What's up, fellow dabblers? This is Tyler here. I just wanted to hope everybody had a great Mother's Day weekend. Our Dad Day is upon us sooner than later. So me and Kyle, we've been working on our sound, in the garage here and there. So the other day we just started dabbling away on Survivor because we both watch it. So we decided we're just going to start recording our reality TV conversations and put them on here on a segment called "What Reality Are We In?" And right now it's Survivor. So hope you all enjoy it. And again, you can find us at Dabbling Dads on Twitter. And hopefully you can tweet along with us during the finale Wednesday night. Talk Survivor for a minute, so just go.
All right. I think Tony's going to win the game. Still, Tony is playing an incredible game of Survivor. The only thing is, if someone does convince Sarah that she can't beat him, I think she wants to prove to herself that she can beat him is the thing about her. I think that she's going to stay loyal to him till the end. Mainly because they're police officers. The two main people running the game are cops, though. I like them. I love them, actually. They're two of my favorite players right now. But Indian girl, what's her name?
Natalie.
If Natalie gets back in the game and makes it to the final, which she can, she's an absolute beast in those challenges, dude. Good luck beating her. And now that she's against the small group, she has a good chance of winning. This is all I'm saying. There's 4 people left, and she's one of them, and they are in the final challenge to guarantee their spot. She will win that, and then she will win the game. I truly believe that, dude. She got 14 fire tokens and an idol while there. She played the game the entire time by herself, pretty much.
I agree, but she still got to win the challenge next week to even get back in the game. But she gave her immunity to Tyson, so she has immunity, Tyson has immunity, Rob has immunity if they come back in the game. And just to kind of cycle back to my point from even last week, and we'll talk about this episode, but Nick still has an opportunity in the game, and Nick is the best at puzzles. And if he comes back in the game, he can learn from his mistake. They've already got under Sarah's skin with Michelle anyways. And because that whole conversation, like, why did they show that production conversation? Why did they only show Sarah with Michelle? And I talked to you, like, taught me this before. So that could be a big play for Michelle or Sarah. But Cops R Us, well, Toys R Us is out of business. No. And I like Tony. I like Sarah. I like all that. But if Nick comes back in the game, they're going to lose Ben. And then they're going to just bring Denise along. And we saw that tweet. Maybe I'm looking too much into the tweet of Nick. But I think he's coming back in the game. He's going to team up with Michelle and Denise. Tony and Sarah are in big trouble because they're going to get rid of Ben. I just like Michelle. I just have a feeling Michelle's going to win the game. If Nick comes back, Michelle wins the game.
The best final 3 sitting there would be Ben, Tony, and Sarah. 100%.
Exactly.
It would be the best. It would be the best ending. It would be the best 3 people there, in my opinion, actually playing the game like it is supposed to be played. Michelle is a fucking goat. She is a floater. She does not deserve to win. She's lucky she won her season. If she wins this season, I will be very upset. I really will. I truly will.
I agree, and that's what scares me. But I gotta admit, when I was watching it last night and Michelle won the immunity, she had to win. I was in there fist pumping so hard.
Remember when I sent you the thumbs up emoji? She had just won. I didn't want to say anything, but she had just won it, and I sent you the thumbs up emoji like, yeah, you were dead on. You were like, I hope I nailed it because it's recorded. And then she wins the immunity. I just sent you the thumbs up. It's like, yeah, you did. You got it. She's going to be in the game, but I don't think she can win it.
No, she's a goat. I just thought that. So I just wanted to defend Michelle's game because I saw what she was doing, and she won before. And if you won, you won. And that's and maybe we'll talk about how important winning is and losing is on the episode with Derek about a different subject. But in the Survivor, Tony's got to win at least one more immunity or he can't win. I just don't think so.
He's going to win another immunity.
What if Jeremy comes back in the game? What happens?
Jeremy's not going to win, too. I think Wendell has a real good chance of winning whatever they do. If it has to do with physical and mental, Wendell's got a real good shot at getting back in. I think Natalie, though, man.
Dude, if she gets back in the game, she has a good chance. Tyson is a beast at the end of games and challenges and things like that as well.
See, I forgot. He said he had played the game 4 times. This is his 4th time. I forgot that, man. I think he played Blood vs. Water 2 times. I think he did, or maybe he was on the Heroes verse. I think maybe it was Heroes versus Villains. Look it up.
I don't remember,
But
I just hope I got it in my notes.
It's crazy. See how I screwed up. I used YouTube to watch a lot of like montages, like best blindsides, best final tribal councils, like that type of stuff. So I watch them. So I have all my seasons mixed up. I've seen
all of them.
Like,
This is his fourth time. I'm pretty sure Blood vs. Water 2 is the one he won because Natalie won the first one because her sister was voted out first, and then she won. And then she was voted out first as this survivor, and then now she's been over there. Every challenge she takes off.
She will win, Tyler. She
She's
gets back
a
in the game,
beast.
she wins.
I think she's got a good chance to win because I think everyone is on the jury. Is that true?
The problem is Jeremy is about to expose Tony's game to the jury. That's why he said, "Bad move, bro." Before he left, it's not good. It's not good. That's the one thing I think might not allow him to win the game is that I don't think he's played a dirty game, but he is. I think he had taken Jeremy as far as he could take him and not lose the game to him is what I think happened there. But in the meantime, Jeremy knew his entire game, so he can either blow up his game. He's going to do one or two things. He's going to blow up his game. They're going to try to do that, or someone's going to stand up. Like I think it was Tony who won the game. Where who was it that stood up and was like, "Listen, like we have to vote for him. He played the best game. Like what are we talking about? Who cared? Put your feelings aside. We came here to win."
Michelle said, "No, but none of us can beat Tony."
No. I'm talking about, I think in Tony's season that he won.
Oh.
Someone in his final tribal council stood up and said that, like, guys, let's not be stupid. Like, Tony earned this money.
I think you're right.
It was his season. I'll have to look it up and hashtag back.
Season.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, so the finale.
It's going to be good.
And is it 2 hours?
I believe so.
Next Wednesday.
I like the 2 hours because they play it for long periods in between commercials. You get to watch a lot of Survivor straight. But that's why I wish I had the CBS app because I think you can watch it like ad free. You can just mow those seasons down like the grass.
Yes. Maybe we should watch it live together. Just to start something fun. But yeah, man, anything else that you want to say? Oh, here it is.
Do this.
Spencer.
I think it was him. I might be wrong.
Spencer was on the Brains tribe in that one. He needed to come back.
Comparison between your strategic play and the behavior of a dog. I mean, Tony was like your master. When he said sit, you sat. When he said the word, you went and played fetch.
He was on the Brains one.
This was blindside.
Was it him who says it? Or it might have been Jeremiah.
When it came down to you
I don't know, but we're not going to dabble off here. Just do a little quick Survivor. So who's your prediction? Who are you going to say is going to win for this
finale? This isn't dabble off, bro. We're talking about Tony right now.
Okay,
I'm just telling you. If he gets to the end and someone gives him this kind of...
For someone like you who's been a student in the game twice, but for me, I need to ask you any question. To excuse his passive play on not having... It's because he looked. Tony played his ass off out here. Who tries to excuse his passive play on not having idols and Tony finding 3 idols? Why do you think Tony found 3 idols? It's because he looked more than everyone else combined. Tony was behind every great strategic
Spencer won Tony this season with this speech.
Yeah, you're right. I think I remember you even telling me that when he won it.
Because everyone was so mad at him because of the way he played. But it's like, gosh, he played his ass off. He deserves to win. He's here. What are you talking about?
Tony played with a ferocity this game very rarely does see. And so when you put pen to parchment tonight, vote for the only guy sitting there that actually played this game and played it in a way that honors it.
Yeah, man, he probably does deserve to win. And he said
that's good shit.
He said, "Name me the king, so y'all can sit up on Sandra's throne because I'm now the king." Like, I think it's good. I hope he wins. I just, I can't pick the same person. It could be Sarah.
As Vince McMahon says, it's best for business if Tony wins, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I just do. He's a fan favorite, man. If he wins,
if they vote him out, though, before the vote, if he gets to the vote, he's probably going to win, and they got to think that, and it's $2 million. So I don't know how, if he doesn't win immunity, I've got to vote him out.
All right, so I'm going to dig back into my experience on reality television. I feel the producers manipulate those shows 100%. Like, I've told you this before. We would get to the place where we would go to, like, our tribal council, whatever you want to, the reckoning, I think is what they called it when we were there, and like they'd pull us out of the van and then they'd pull you over like one by one and ask you who you were voting for. So like the camera knew like which faces to focus on, that type of shit. Well, like the night I was going home, I just had a weird feeling, anyways, that Heather girl was gonna vote for me. I just had a weird feeling, and it was my fault for not pulling her aside and just being like, me, you, and Nick can go to the very end, us three. We just have to get rid of these two girls that think they're running things and pull one person from the other side, which we could have got that Heather girl, and then she would have been easy to just get out of here. Goodbye. We would have had the numbers and beat them. Literally, I would have dominated them. I truly believe that, but I screwed up. So I knew it, and the producer pulled her over. Not one of the producers that I like. I was really cool with two of them. Krista Joseph, who is the crazy fat guy that comes out on Big Brother. Know him. Follows me on Twitter. Know him for sure. Krista Joseph, look him up. He's an incredible producer. Him, and then the other girl, Nicole Elliott, lives in Nashville. She's works obviously for CMT, but they were cool as shit. It was one of the other girls that I wasn't really cool with. Not that I feel like she had a grudge for me, but I feel like she was the one pushing the narrative at that time and knew that it was about to be a male takeover. And they were going to be like, oh God, no one's going to watch a bunch of dudes on TNT. Like, we went with the country guys to watch the girls, is sort of what I felt. They like pulled her to the side, and I was at that point like, oh, I'm fucked. Like, I'm for sure leaving, because I knew for a fact the two girls I started playing the game with and trying to strategize with, that I realized I could have dominated them, and that's the reason I was like, all right, guys, us three, we're going to go to the end together, because I knew at the end it was going to be physical challenge, and they could not have kept up. But I screwed up by really, I got rid of Will one vote too early. I should have tried to push the vote somewhere else.
But anyways, the producers
100% are pushing it, and right now I just feel the momentum going in Tony's direction. So you can take that for what it's worth. I don't know what you think about that, but
it could be. I mean, like I said, Tony, like you've even said, he's played a good game. He's done everything. He's made the moves when he's had. The most impressive move he had was when he got Nick's vote that time, and he knew they were splitting the vote in like his main alliance, and he got Jeremy and Nick, and everyone was talking, and it was like a talk fest, unbelievable. And then all of a sudden it was 3-2-2, and he had done it, and it just changed the whole game. I don't remember exactly who they voted out at that time off the top of my head right now, but you know, it was a great move in the game, and he can be on it. And I always thought Nick could be on it too. So Nick, I thought, could be a person that could win the game, and then, you know, Michelle won that. But Nick come back in the game. Michelle won immunity. Denise is a wild card, man. I don't know what Denise is doing. But so your pick is Tony.
That's who I want to win the game. I truly, if I was going to just go bet right now, it's a wild card, obviously, but I would bet for Natalie to win the game, man.
Natalie to win the game.
The way they played that whole thing and showed how much stuff she had and all that, and just built that up, and how much smarter than Wendell she was. He took up off that mountain, was like, I knew I had it. I had him beat. And she's like, when I got on the beach and no one was there, it's like, oh, he's done went up the mountain. He's going to the wrong place. Of course he is. She knew that place through and through.
If she gets back in the game, man, I'm going to be feeling you right the whole time during the show.
What if the questions are, like, questions about that island? Like, they start asking questions about how many steps to the top of the island. You know, like that type of crazy stuff, and the closest answer, you know. They've done weird stuff like that. Weird trivia type stuff like that. So, I don't know. That may not be what it is, but I think it will be endurance. That's what it should be. I love those challenges. They're my favorites. Like, even if it's just them, they have to stand and keep their hand on. So they're like standing all along. They just got to keep their hand. If you move your hand off of it. Remember the original?
Yes.
That might be what they do. That would be freaking awesome. Have all those people around.
They're going to be out in the ocean or something, though. It's going to be rocky. If Natalie comes in the game, I'll be thinking that the whole time. Like, man, you called it. I'm just going to stick to my whole guns here. Denise, though, she has a resume somewhat. But she acting like she's giving up. Some people in the jury
she's an easy guy. Let's just get rid of Denise.
Yeah, but with the numbers that are left, depending who comes back, she could be someone's number to get out Tony.
Well, that one
flip the game.
What's his name? Called her out in the jury. Did you hear me say? He said,
"Oh,
this is an
Wendell,
act, right?"
I think. Or
No.
Was,
the skinny
Ethan.
Oh yeah, Ethan.
Ethan. Yeah.
No, not Ethan. The skinny young dude.
Adam.
Adam was like, it's an act, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the girl's like, no. And I'm like, Not so sure. She might be playing a hell of a game right now.
Yeah, she has the resume a little bit. Tony has the best resume. Sarah's been in on a lot of that. It could be cops arrest to the end. I just think it's going to be something we don't expect. I think it's going to be a female that wins, so I'll agree with you on that on that. But if Nick comes back in the game, I got Nick winning.
Okay, I'm down with that. He's one of my favorite players ever. Also,
Because he could come back so quick, he could see where he made a mistake, and then I think you could flip the votes around. And I think that if it's a puzzle or something like that, he could win some immunity. That's important. So I'm gonna pick Nick if he comes back in the game. If it's somebody that's in the game right now, I feel like you're Tony, I'm Michelle, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, man. I enjoyed it. This was just a random Survivor dabble.
Please win, Tony.
I'm for Tony. Tony deserves to win.
I love Boston Rob. He's probably my favorite player ever. But the way Tony plays the game is just too fun. It's just too fun. He's constantly playing. And you got to go back and watch his final jury where he's like, dude, I was literally having to repair everything. I would go to tribal council, blow my whole game up, and then spend all night repairing it.
Yeah.
And never slept the whole time he was there the first time. I'm sure. I mean, you could tell. You saw what he looked like.
He looks like that now, man. He's just playing so hard. Deserves to win, but we'll see what happens, man. And we'll probably have some kind of at least small recap the next week, and then this is just a random Survivor side dabble.
Great. The tribe has spoken.
Tribe has spoken. See ya.